Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me and Austin here, and we're back playing on our Minecraft world, the epic, super awesome, fun time survival world. Today, we don't really have much planned. We got some stories to tell from this weekend, but I'm thinking we should start off with an automatic farm somewhere, probably over there near the trading hall, and the rest of the villager crap for that. But yeah, just thinking about automating these farms just so we don't have to worry about them, and then they can operate in the background too. So yeah, I think we should just go ahead and get on it. I don't really think there's much that we need to do or talk about with it. I mean, I think we will need to get some sand for glass though. Do you want to get glass?
Yeah, I can get some glass.
Okay. I'll start off with doing deep slate, probably for that one too. Might as well. We have so much of it. I'm gonna start out with that, and then I'm gonna make a couple of things here real quick.
I'm just over here decimating a beach.
Oh man, if you make that beach look ugly, I'm gonna hate you if it's super close to our house.
It's not that close.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a big deal then. Ooh, I need a minecart rail. Okay, so yeah, basically I just wanted to get started out on this automatic farm just so we can start automatically producing some resources for ourselves. Not super duper concerned about anything, but it's always nice to get a jump on it. This might be a good spot right here because it'll be right next to the trading hall. Don't know if there's anything else we want to put here, honestly, so it's a really good spot on land too. It's already cleared out. I'm gonna go enchant my shovel just to make this a tad bit easier. So yeah, we've been getting a lot of views on the shorts and the last video. I just wanted to take a moment and thank everyone who liked and honestly just clicked on the video. That's awesome to see, awesome to hear. We hope you'll stay with us and continue to enjoy these videos and share them and like them up. And like I've said before, if there's any suggestions that you have for us that you want us to do in the series, anything you want us to build or anything you want us to do, be sure to comment that, and I'll try my dang best to do it for you. Because of course, we want some community interaction. We want you guys to be, maybe not, I don't know how to say it. We want you guys to feel as much as part of this world as, we are, but you won't maybe be able to ever play on it, or with us, I should say, but we want you guys to feel like you've contributed to this world. So if you have any suggestions for us, be sure to comment them. So about this weekend, I guess this past weekend, maybe like a weekend or two ago when you're seeing this, but me, Austin, and I, and our two roommates went to go see Theo Von live.
Yes, sir.
Pretty freaking cool. Honestly, the comedy show was pretty decent. I mean, I don't have any hate to say about it. I laughed out loud a few times during it, as you do. But I don't really want to talk about the comedy show as much as I want to talk about our experience there, because it was kind of a little weird. I mean, the trip and everything down there was annoying. We live in Ohio. I'm not going to say where in Ohio, but we live in Ohio. And so his show was in Columbus, so we had to drive over to Columbus. And we thought what time did we leave? We left at the show started at 7:30, right?
Yeah.
And we left our place around 2.
It wasn't 2.
It was 3, wasn't it?
I think we left around 3:30 to 4.
Okay, so we left around 3:30 or 4, which is not ideal for what we were planning, but it is what it is. So yeah, so we left around 3:30 or 4, which is, I mean, it's in retrospect it sounds fine, but also we needed to go eat dinner before the show. We were planning on going somewhere in Columbus, and us and our roommates all just eating together. But also we had to take 2 cars because I had to drive back to my hometown, our hometown, the night after, and I couldn't drive back to where we go to school. Um, so that kind of it made it a little more complicated just because we had to take 2 cars. Nothing crazy. I also had to fill up on gas before the show, before we headed out to Columbus. So it added about 20 minutes to the timer, and then we also stopped to get energy drinks and figure out why my phone's data wasn't working. So all in all, a pretty good start to the trip. But we eventually got on the road, I think like 20 minutes later than we wanted to. And the drive was fine. It didn't really, was it rainy during the drive? I can't remember.
It was sprinkling a
It
little
was sprinkling
bit.
a little bit. I mean, yeah, I think it was because I remember I didn't cruise control because I don't cruise control when it rains and stuff. But
Actually, it might have been raining a little bit more because you were talking about hydroplaning.
oh yeah, I remember that. We turned on something and I was like, that's always been a fear of mine is to hydroplane a car off the fucking highway and die in a fiery crash of death. The drive was fine. I mean, it felt longer than I think it was, but I think that's just because when we got into Columbus, we got lost a little bit. So we were driving to this place where you can eat in Columbus, and one of the roads were closed. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. You get there and one of the roads is closed it's pretty annoying. We eventually get to the place we were eating, but how long did you think it took us? Like 15 extra minutes. But yeah, so we took the detour. We eventually got there where we were gonna eat, so you know all was good in the end. All was right in the end. But then we got to the parking lot. It took us like a good 10 minutes to find a parking spot. I think I circled the parking lot like 2 or 3 times. But the parking lot was full, and our roommates who got there about like 10 or 20 minutes before us were easily able to find a spot. They said it was no problem for them. So I don't know how we got so unlucky and how it got so busy within such a short amount of time. But I don't think. And then we got in there. We got a table with our roommates. Eventually we sat down and everything. And then, lo and behold, we order our food. And they're like, oh, it's going to take about 16 minutes. And we're like, okay, that's fine. It's whatever. And we're just chilling, shooting our shit with our roommates. And about like 15, 17 minutes goes by. And I'm like, dude, where the is our food? Like, why the isn't it not done yet? The lady said it would take only like 15 minutes. And it's been like almost 20 at this point. And I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm stressed out because I feel like I was worried that we were going to miss the show. And I wasn't prepared for this mentally. So then, like, how long did it take for our food? Like an hour or something?
Our food? No. It took like 25 minutes. 25, 30 minutes.
So yeah, I mean, like, not an insane difference, but enough to where it's like, bro, what? When you're already stressed out, I'm not blaming the employees there or anything. It's annoying. And it just stresses you out more.
Yeah. It was our fault. I mean, should have planned ahead more and got there even earlier. We had some things get in the way that I didn't plan on running into. And then we got there and then we're like, we ordered from a
steak shop.
Cheesesteaks. Because we saw that and there was a couple of places and we were like, yeah, cheesesteaks. It's the first thing I saw when I got in there. And then, we wait 25 minutes for it. And then I spent $15 on one cheesesteak. But I'm like, all right, this better be gas, right? And then you ordered a different type of cheesesteak.
I just ordered the build your own one.
Yeah, you built your own and then had fries. Mine was a regular cheesesteak it had Cheese Whiz on top and onions, which onions usually come on them, but it had Cheese Whiz. That was the first thing I saw. Was the number one item, or not the number. Well, it was literally like the number one on the menu.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, usually the number one item on menus are pretty gas. Like the Whopper from Burger King, it's like the best item they have. Chick-fil-A, the chicken sandwich, like You know, like you expect it to be pretty good. And then we get our food, bro. And I open it up, I see it. And I'm not seeing a lot of action on it, you know?
Yeah, your
And
thing just looked like a big ass thing of
it was
heart
a
damage.
glob, man. It was a glob. And you bite into it, there is no flavor at all.
Yeah.
Like no seasoning. And like the onions, there was like 2 little strands of onion. They cut it in half. There was like 1 onion per each half.
They put 1 onion
And that was
on
the
our
only
sandwiches.
that and the cheese whiz was the only flavor on that sandwich.
Yeah.
And you had the same experience with yours too.
Yeah, mine didn't have the American cheese on. The cheese was though. Mine just had provolone.
Did you order American cheese?
No. Because I didn't think it needed it. I didn't think I would want it. I wish I got it because that would have added some flavor to it in the end, but
There was barely any provolone on yours. To
yeah.
the point where, like, when you first got it, I didn't know there was cheese on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of sucked. What the fuck? Oh, man, are these spiders glitched out for me? Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. I might have to get rid of one of these things because it's glitching out the spiders. What the hell? We have a pig man here.
He's chilling.
That's weird.
But, yeah, so we left in disappointment, and we had the speed run to Theo Vaughn,
Yeah.
which was a nightmare.
Well, yeah, okay. So we got caught in a crap load of traffic. An insane amount of traffic. I was expecting traffic, but I was not expecting that much traffic.
I didn't think the show was going to be that packed.
That too. I didn't think I knew there was gonna be traffic. I knew it was gonna be a little packed, but I did not expect every seat to be sold out, you know? No offense to Theo Vaughn, but I didn't think people really wanted to see him that bad.
I mean, it was a big comedy show.
Yeah. So yeah, we didn't plan for a lot of people to go besides us, clearly. What? What can't? Oh, it's not nighttime anymore. What the heck? But yeah, so we weren't expecting a lot of people to be there, and it was super frustrating. Not that people were there. I mean, that's whatever. But just the fact that we weren't expecting it, and then to have all those people there just added to the stress of an already stressful day.
Yeah, and I've never been to this isn't like a concert, but I've never been to a concert
I've never been
or
to a big event like that either.
A big event like that. So I had no navigation skills when it came to finding our seats.
Yeah, zero
And
expectation.
so I asked one of the old guys. Keep in mind, I ran into I didn't run. I sped walk into the building because I thought we were gonna miss Theo.
And I was just following him.
I thought
like
he
a
was.
clown.
Yeah, you were just following me, and I thought he was on stage, but we couldn't see it. And so I asked the old dude. I was like, he was working the show.
Oh, okay, let me add this real quick. Sorry. The traffic probably took us 30 minutes to get through. And then when we got to a parking spot finally, we had to turn around because the parking what is it called? The parking lot was full.
Yeah, that was annoying. And I was like, I bet you we get up here and it's gonna be full.
Yeah. We were
We pull
turning
up,
into
they're
it, and
full.
he's like, I bet you once we get in there, it's going to be full. We get in there, and he's like, hey, this parking lot's full. And then we had to turn around, and then they direct us to another one that's I think it was a little closer, honestly, but I was like, what the
Yeah, it was a little bit closer, but
I was like, this is insanity.
But yeah, we finally got in. I set off the security alarm because my phone case. But it's whatever. Get in. Like I said, we asked the older guy where our seat was. He told us the right thing, but I was in such a rush, I only listened to part of it. We were in section 331. He told us to go up 2 flights of stairs. I only took in stairs, and I only took in 31. So I just led Kevin and I to 131. And then I was like, all right, this is our section. And Kevin was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, it's 131. even though the old guy said 331.
And then, like, imagine in your head, like, the camera panning to a sign that says 131.
Yeah,
and I'm just looking at it like, huh?
And so I led Kevin down, and we found row J. And then I pulled out my flashlight because I'm used to chairs having numbers on them. So I whipped out the flashlight, shined it on the chair, and one guy noticed. He's like, "What seats are you guys?" And I'm like, "We're 10 and 11, row J."
Which one? This stadium for not having any indication of anything.
Yeah, I mean, I would have expected at least numbers on that, but I mean, maybe it was just me. Maybe all shows are like this.
No, that was definitely not you. That was definitely 100% them.
We sat down in these 2 empty seats next to some random guy in his group, and he's like, "Are you guys in the right section?" And I was looking. I was like, "Ours says 331." And he's like, "Oh, you're in 131."
Oh, but like, okay. So we also asked one of the people that's supposed to help you get to your seat. We showed him like where we were sitting, like on the ticket, and he said, "Oh, it's just down there."
That is true. We did ask another guy, and so it's not. I mean, it is kind of his fault. He didn't fully read the section. He just kind of assumed we were in the right section.
Yeah, he like read it and then just asked us where we were sitting, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. So
he also didn't really help.
Yeah, and we sat down, and we realized like, oh, we're in the wrong spot.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one guy's like, just stay here, see what happens. And we're like, all right. So we're watching some of the show, and then I was like, hopefully these people don't show up for their seats, And it turns out they did. They showed up, and that one guy that led us to our seats told us, like, he's like, "Are you in the right seats?" And I showed him the ticket. I was like, "I think we are," because I'm just trying to like
figure out what's going on.
Figure out what's going on, and I was low-key just playing it off, like, "Yeah, this is our spot," even though I'm wrong. And he's like, "No." And I was like, "All right, if we're wrong, where's section 331 so I can go find it?" And he's like, "Oh, that's 2 flights up there," which the first guy was right. I mean, he told us 2 flights stairs to get up there. And I was like, "Oh, that makes sense. The sections are by floors, I guess." And so we went upstairs, and then that was also a mess getting upstairs. Was trying to figure out where Jay was. We found Jay, but then we ran into the same situation of I don't know what number seats are.
Mm-hmm.
There's no like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like I'm still lost there. But Kevin noticed our roommates, and lo and behold,
I always do that. I did that at Halloween too.
Yeah, they're in the middle of the section, and every other seat is filled. You can see the 2 empty spots where we're supposed to be, and people are like really close to each other. So I had to ask people to stand up, and I apologized. We sat down, and then shortly after, the opener guy left, and then Theo came out, and then the rest of the show was pretty good. I mean, I haven't been to a comedy show, so like I'm used to like only watching the comedy highlights where they're always funny, and I'm not used to the moments where like sometimes they don't make funny jokes,
or it's awkward.
Where it's awkward and stuff. They usually cut through that, which I mean, it's understandable. I don't think you can perform like that and tell original jokes, especially if you're on tour. But I mean, he did say some funny stuff. And he has some stories that some stuff he's told before, he just twisted a little bit. And obviously he's got to tailor to like an older audience and younger. So some of the jokes I didn't really get, or I got, but I didn't think it was that funny. But there's some bits that were really funny and had me laughing.
They had you belly laughing on the floor.
I mean,
it was really weird. He like fell on the floor and started belly laughing, and it was kind of funny. But yeah, the show was good. It was a good show. I mean, it was a good time all in all. It was just very stressful. Yeah. Definitely one of the more stressful events in my life. So
leaving was. I mean, you went and left on your own. I don't know how that went.
It went.
I mean, you got out
totally fine. It took me a while to find the car because I had to walk all the way back to where the heck we were earlier.
Yeah, can I place glass here?
Yeah, place like a layer of glass.
But we eventually their car was parked on the other side. Like it was pretty far away.
Yeah.
But we got to it. We saw a couple fight, like argument, not physical, just argument.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. It was like one of those situations where like the girl was mad at the guy and then she was like walking away. And so he just like got in his car. He was telling her to get in the car and she just kept walking away. So he got in the car and then pretended to like drive off.
And she got all pissed off.
And then he drove circles around her and then threw her up. And they left. Also, I broke some of your dirt.
Dang.
I don't have a tool.
Oh.
There's one in the back. Actually, there's two more I broke.
Damn, you messed up
we got
my
out.
farm, bro.
And then we got Dairy Queen.
You can place glass around this too.
What about the villager?
We'll have to get a villager in here. Alrighty, guys. So we're at a good stopping point for this part of the video right now. If you enjoyed, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really enjoyed it, consider sharing with your friends and family. And like I said earlier, just be sure to tell us what you want to see next time. And any suggestions you have for this series, all right? Speaking like down to them like they're children. Like, oh, you're right, yeah. Alrighty, well, we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye!